Wow, oh wow. I am genuinely surprised that Paramount actually delivered a Halo episode that wasn't complete hot garbage for like 8 whole minutes. Wow. That deserves a round of applause. I can't believe they did it. Now, I know in my last review I said I was going to drop the series, and I really was because it was just too bad for me to finish. However, I was online and I saw a picture of this latest episode, and it had the jackals, it had the grunts, just the covenant, and it looked really good. So I was like, okay, they're gonna be fighting in this episode. So I was like, okay, let me give it one more episode because I was genuinely interested and intrigued off of that picture. But then I came to my senses. I'm like, wait, you know how the series goes. It's probably gonna be like 50 episodes of garbage, and then the last 5 minutes they're gonna put something cool in to hold you over for the next week, and that'll be that. So I was like, let me temper expectations. So without further ado, let's get started. So one thing I really liked at the very start of this episode was that scene with Master Chief and Halsey. And Halsey is like, okay, I can't let you around the relic because we don't know what it's going to do to you, right? It may trigger some more memories, we don't know. And he looks at her and then he looks away silently without saying a word. And I'm like, yes, he actually shut up and did not speak. Because when he doesn't speak and you don't have to hear that terrible voice, you can trick yourself into believing that it's actually Master Chief. So I really like that because it was like, yes, that is Chief. Quiet, purposeful, not a lot to say, straight to the point. And we were able to see his emotions without him taking off the helmet or without him speaking. So it can be done. That was literally, in my opinion, the best scene that we have gotten in the entire show thus far. Like, that is the most Chief thing. That was the first time he ever acted like Master Chief. And so I started to get a little hopeful. However, the episode goes downhill from there. We immediately cut to Quanah's face after that little intro. And I'm just like, ugh. Of course, she's being annoying and stupid per usual. Just being an irritant. Just being a complete unlikable character. And I don't know how many of you watch the anime Attack on Titan, but for those of you who do, she reminds me of Gabby from Attack on Titan. Just annoying and gets way too much screen time for such an unlikable character. But anyways, I digress. So she gets handcuffed and we swap and we see that Miranda Keyes is trying to examine the relic with Halsey. She's being completely ignored. Halsey doesn't really respect her or care about her input. And I don't understand why this is even in the show, to be honest with you. Like, we're completely butchering Miranda's character. She was supposed to be a bad AWS soldier. Instead, she's relegated to an archaeologist, and not even a good one. She's derpy, she's goofy, she's all pitiful, incompetent. She's just a ditz, and it's like, and then she has that same one face, that same annoying one face. I'm like, why did y'all put this in? Just force drama for no reason. Nobody cares about her mommy and daddy issues. Like, I promise you, nobody cares. Then we cut the Spartan who put the pink stuff in her hair. She's being weird and asking the black guy a bunch of questions or whatever. He basically tells her to STFU, stop asking me all these stupid questions. What's wrong with you? Stop being weird. And I like it. I like him telling her, like, cut it out. And here's the thing. I know she removed her quote-unquote emotional pellet, so now she can feel emotions, right? But she's still a soldier at the end of the day. You having her act weird and goofy and stupid just because she now has emotions is completely ridiculous. Her having emotions now should not stop her from being a professional soldier. So Chief comes over. He notices that she's being weird, and so he takes off his helmet again to talk to her. So my 5 seconds of being immersed and thinking that that was actually Master Chief. It's gone because, you know, they have to take it off to show that one derpy, goofy looking face. That one face he has the entire show. For some reason, we had to see that. Then we go back to Covenant Girl. Once again, she's commanding the Covenant. This is so stupid and cringy, but we know why they put this BS in. But for a race of aliens that absolutely despises humans to actually put her on the pedestal, and they're like, "Forgive me, blessed one, I could not find the artifact." Like, get this foolishness out of my face. Oh my gosh, this show is so terrible. Anyways, so we get back to Kwana, and she's throwing a fit. She's fussing, she's screaming, trying to get out of the handcuffs. Extremely annoying scene. Really could have done without it. But guess what? She's able to break the cuffs. This 15-year-old little girl is able to break the cuffs because, you know, she's Kwana. She's a badass. She's a woman that can overcome anything. So that makes a lot of sense. Of course, she's able to just break out of the handcuffs. She's Kwana. Anyways, so we cut back to Chief and them. The artifact starts to go haywire and starts making a bunch of noise, and it's hurting people. And then Master Chief comes, takes his helmet off, and the artifact calms down. What? They just can't help themselves. They have to find as many reasons to take his helmet off as much as possible. Oh my goodness. What is the point? Like, I really just don't understand. Why the heck does he keep having to take his helmet off? It's like they're constantly trying to piss off core Halo fans and slap us in the face. It's like they're intentionally doing it to aggravate us. Why does he have to take his helmet off? Ignore all the other trash aspects of the show, because this show is a dog feces, absolute disaster of a show. There's absolutely no reason this should exist, but ignore all the other BS. Why does his helmet have to keep coming off? He's a soldier, for Christ's sake. What is the reason his helmet keeps coming off? He is in a battlefield where he can be attacked at any moment. Keep his helmet on. My goodness. So anyways, he touches the artifact and he gets memories. He finds out that he was actually kidnapped by Halsey. He goes to attack her, but, you know, Cortana shuts him down. And can I say this about Cortana? I hate the way they've characterized Cortana in this. While I do love that they have the OG voice actor and the voice is amazing, I appreciate that. However, they made her unlikable, extremely unlikable. They ruined the character. Do you know how hard it is for a show to make every single character unlikable? I don't even like Halsey no more. Like, I never really liked Halsey, but I was indifferent. But now I just don't like any character in this show. Everybody sucks. So the scene ends. We go back to Kwana. Soren comes back and he doesn't see her. And somehow she is able to sneak up on a Spartan. A Spartan. Soren is a effing Spartan, a veteran, a soldier, trained in the art of war. And you're telling me this 15-year-old girl is able to sneak up on him and tase him until he passes out. Oh my god, the writing is deplorable. Fire these writers. Don't ever let them touch another series, another video game series in their entire life. What is this? There's absolutely no reason that a 15-year-old girl is supposed to sneak up on a super soldier. There's just no reason. A Spartan, and she's able to tase him till he passes out. Oh my gosh, yeah, she's so freaking badass. Look at how she just took him down. She's so cool. Yes, we got a strong woman character, even though if it doesn't make any sense that she's able to do something like that to a super soldier that actual grown men who were trained in war couldn't do to that super soldier. But this little 15-year-old girl can do it. Yeah, let's go. That makes so much sense. Oh yeah. Bro, this show is so trash. Like, it's just literally the worst show I've ever seen in my entire life. And I've seen some pretty bad shows, but this is up there. So anyways, the Covenant starts attacking. The rapist doctor starts screaming like, "Oh, the artifact needs to stay with me. It needs to stay with me." I was kind of weird and unnecessary. What was the point of that scene? Anyways, now I'll admit the action scenes are pretty cool. They're about the only good thing in this entire episode. And so Kai gets hurt. That's the girl with the pink hair. So Chief has to head over to her to save her, and for some reason there's an elite by her, and he's just kicking and stomping her instead of just blasting her brains out with a gun. I don't know why he doesn't have a gun. I don't know why he was stomping her out. Like, like, hey, like an actual street fight. I don't know what that was about, but okay, that really didn't make any sense to me. So Chief starts to attack him and pulverizes him in a fit of rage, which is the complete opposite of Chief's character, by the way. Chief never is supposed to get that angry, and he's screaming, he's ah. So the Covenant is able to steal the artifact thanks to a brute. And actually, the brute design looks surprisingly good. Like, the designs for the majority of the Covenant are really good, except for the elites. They look terrible. But all the other designs are really good. So I was pleasantly surprised by that. Then the Covenant girl comes out of a drop pod and pretends to be some weak, feeble human, I guess, to go undercover and be a spy or something like that. Oh, great. That means she's gonna get even more screen time. All in all, this episode was trash. However, this was the best episode of the entire series so far. I think I gave episode 1 a 1 out of 10. Episode 2 and 3 was 0 out of 10. Episode 4 was a 0 out of 10. This episode, I am going to be generous and give this episode a 2 out of 10. This is the best episode that the series has had so far. The Quanar stuff was terrible. I don't like the Halsey and Cortana stuff. I hate the Veranda stuff. But the last 7 minutes bumped the score, because before the last 7 minutes, I was at a 0. But the last 7 minutes of action bumped it up to a 2 out of 10. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Comment down below what you guys think, and I'm out. Peace.